Okay, we're gonna, I guess, have to do things. Is it? Let me see what this sounds like. I really wish. Hello? Hello? Okay, I need to turn this on. Okay. Where's your sound? Does it work? Whoa! Okay. Wait a sec. We're just gonna do that. We're gonna hope that works. That's okay. We have no idea what we're doing, and that's okay. We're gonna focus on just doing this. I have a much nicer microphone, but I can't find the receiver, which is the story of my fucking life. So we're gonna just do it. Do our thing here. We can't really listen to our if anyone is watching right now, which I think I see one person, which is probably anyways, how's the audio? If you can chat, it doesn't really matter. We'll turn this on and we'll see if it's bad. Gotta turn it down a little bit. That should be fine. Okay. Turn up a little bit. Okay. Okay, maybe not this one. Here we go, this is the best one. Okay. So, we need to make our NPC component, or class, or whatever. Things are a bit different in Godot, but same basic concepts. Hopefully the volume is too loud. Put that way down. Okay. Here we go. We want to create kind of like a, not so much a global NPC class, I don't think. Is there like a sense of object layers is the question. So I'm gonna actually make it more like the traditional kind of thing here, and I'm gonna put my little video thing above that there, and then I'm gonna move this here and this here and this here. Okay, it looks like Unity. Sorry. Okay, so we're going to do that, and I'm gonna put that down there as well, and that down there as well. Okay. Beautiful. Select one or more nodes to edit their groups. Okay, so this could be, yeah, scene groups. I think this is exactly what we're, because I think that what we could do maybe is like put NPCs in a group but not have to like inherit from like a base NPC class, because inheritance is kind of what I'm trying to avoid here. Obviously it's not completely avoidable, but like composition, a system of composition would be a bit better. So we're going to make a group. We're going to call it NPC. Global, that's a good question. What does that mean? I think it would be global. But let me double check. Godot has this amazing thing which I wish they would kind of integrate more, or integrate a little better, which is their like which is their in editor docs thing, because the context switching from like the context switching from like Godot to like the docs is kind of distracting sometimes. So why do I have to zoom in so much? So we're gonna say object groups. Nice. Okay, this is exactly what we want. Get a list of nodes in a group, call it method. Well, okay, hold on. Okay, yeah. Call notification all nodes in group. I'm gonna put myself right there, like I'm really in. Oh, I was putting my. Everything is falling apart. Man, one thing that's been very humbling is watching myself from the side angle, because I realized that I have like a giraffe's posture, like otherwise known as nerd neck. But I just got to sit back, and I think that'll be okay. Okay, and then I'm also gonna raise my screen a little bit. There we go. Is this good? Is this good? Yes, this is great. Okay. Get a list of nodes in a group. Oh my god, yeah, we said that already. So groups created by adding a node to a new group. Name and likewise removing all nodes from a given group. Okay. Scene groups and global groups. Tell me about these. Groups visible project-wide. Okay. Perfect. Yeah. Okay. That makes 100% sense. We probably could have just guessed that. Okay. Sure. Okay. So this actually is not oh, got you. Okay. So yeah, it's these individual objects. Okay. Oh, my pizza's done. Pizza. Okay, so what I want to know is if I have a node like this guy. Okay, so yeah, you can just, or you can just assign him to a group. And I assume, yeah, that'll apply like that. Okay, cool. So that's, I think, how we're gonna do it. So we'll start with this guy, because I like him. And he's got a couple components that I've already been working on. I tried to kind of break things down as much as I can. And you kind of see why here in a sec. We're using a system of composition. I really trying to eat on here, but no one's watching, so. So yeah. Wait. What we want to do is basically, when the game starts, we could maybe like grab a random NPC. This is just a prototyping kind of thing we're gonna do. So I'm gonna create a kind of script for this scene that is just gonna be like a, can I make this like a new tab instead of, I'm still kind of getting used to the whole like switching between these modes, but anyways, we'll see what we can do here. So let's see. I believe there's a way in Godot to switch modes. Whoa. Oh. Based on like the type of node you select. Let's see. Let me determine that. Switch nodes based on selected node Godot. Yeah. What are these called? Maybe switch editor? Okay, yeah, this guy's talking about it. And, I don't think anybody did shit about that. Oh, apparently used to work that way, but it doesn't. Okay, anyways, we won't worry about that. So let's do this. We'll do this, and we'll say we'll look back at our let's see, can we go here? Oh, cool. That's amazing. What's the hotkey for that? I think I have to change that because I think that interferes. Yeah, this space thing actually interferes with the way that I do that on my Mac. So let me do this. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. The question is, how do I do it? Filter by event. I love how this software is defined. Oh, option. Oh, I meant option space. Oh, it won't let me do that because, okay, I'll have to look through. Option plus backspace. Let's see, help. Search help, option plus space, here we go. This has to be, let's do, I don't know why, whoa. Hold on. Let's do, what would be like a control, maybe there's like I can do control tilde, or something, tilde? Quote left, I don't think that's what that's called, but okay. Got you. Beautiful. Man, I love just the more and more. You ever wonder if you ever wonder why software like Blender and Godot are so amazing? It is because they're open source, and that means that the community, the people that actually use the software, contribute to it and its development. And usually it means that there's much more communication with the community, and people can rapidly make plugins and things like that. Versus something like Adobe's Creative Cloud, which is anyways, I won't get into this. Okay, we're going to say that we're going to search the help for groups. Get node groups. Beautiful, it's like right there. Groups. So, oh wait, no, this is, we need a global. Huh. Okay, but we could do, anyways, we won't do that right now though. Okay, get tree is probably, yeah, okay, here we go. Yes, that's right here. Very simple. And then that can't be like a, okay, let's just say, oh, whoops, good lord. So get tree dot get nodes in group, and that group's name is NPC. Now I usually don't like using strings when it comes to like coding, even though it's sometimes unavoidable. And this isn't a string, this is more like a string literal. But you want it to be where if you had to change that NPCs group for whatever reason, that this would change too. But I don't believe that these groups have anything else to identify them, like an index or anything like that. Let me see if they do real quick. Groups, NPC. So no, as far as I can tell, they only are identified by a name, and that's just fine. That is just fine. So we're gonna go with that. Now, it's saying that these quotes are an invalid character. Did I do some get nodes in group? Oh, maybe, I mean, var NPCs equals get tree, get nodes in group. Odd that it's saying this. Why? That's the question. We don't use semicolons. which it trips me up honestly at first. Get nodes in groups, guards. Very interesting. Is there just something wrong here? I don't know what you're talking about, man. What are you? This isn't a bug already, is it? It can't be. It's got to be me. Get notes in group. Did this change? I'm confused. String name. Right. Uh-oh. Well, okay, how about this? We'll try to really play ball with it here. We can do a const NPC group type string name that's equal to NPC. That's fine. Okay. Then can we do that here? No, it wants us to kill ourselves. I'm confused. Can we not use get tree within I don't know. I don't know. Maybe let me see what we get. Okay, we can get the let's do this one thing at a time. I can't believe we're already running into something. So here we have NPCs. It's an array, and it's equal to get tree. Okay. Dot. Get. Nodes in group. And then we have string name NPC group. Okay, and then it works. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. It's so funny because there's a lot of instances when you're programming and you need to have like kind of some level of like self-confidence where you're like, you can't have like too much of an imposter syndrome where you're like, it can't be me, it must be the, or no, sorry, other way around. You got to be like, trust yourself that you kind of, that I don't know, something could be bugging rather than it just you being like, no, it must be something I did. Of course, vice versa is true too. You can't always be like, no, it cannot possibly be me. This is definitely bugged. And then submit something on like GitHub that's like a pull request to be like, this doesn't, or an issue that's like, this doesn't work. All right. and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna just say for NPC NP NP. Does that yeah, for NPC in NPC in NPCs. Okay, it's always just to make sure that I wrote something right. Print. And we're gonna do what's the string format? Yeah, we do that, I think. Thank God they didn't do like a custom thing there. I know they have that system where you can do like I think like B and then like /B like that to do like bold, I think, maybe. But anyways, so this is an array of nodes. So NPC dot hold on. NPC dot. Oh, because it doesn't know. Okay, hold on. Can I set the array type here? Typed array. Yeah, okay. This is an array of, well, I guess they're node 3D, I think, is their root type. Node 3D. Cool. No. Oh, I can't do that. Oh, it has to be a node. Okay. Well, okay. Just that, yeah, okay, there it is. Okay. Name? Yeah. Cool. Do that. And then when we run this, nothing happens. That's because it's not in the scene. Sorry. We'll just put it as a child of that. Ooh, and that'll be interesting to see if it's a child of that it'll work. It still should. It's the tree. No. Okay. What if I move it there? Save, play. Am I looking at the right thing? Errors. I have a lot of errors. Why? Oh, what's this? Okay, that doesn't seem like my problem though. Okay. Well, let's make sure that it's in the right group. I believe it is. Yeah. So it's a global group. We'll do this. We'll say for the bar is in NPC group. This is just this messing around with stuff. Because I saw get tree dot get node count in group NPC. Now, oh, this is probably because it's not a scene group. It's a global one. So, okay. Because this is probably going to, so let's see, NPC count, no, maybe that's D, yeah. And then is in NPC group? No, I'm sorry, it's a Boolean value. No, I was right, I just named it the wrong thing. NPC count, int, type integer. And then this is D, I think. Oh, and then I gotta change that back to NPC count. Okay, we're good. Come on. One. Oh, okay, there it is. My terrible formatting. I guess that wasn't the right formatting. Um, why did that suddenly work? Okay, that's good. That wasn't expected. But I'm not gonna complain. Um, uh, oh God, my. I'm glad no one's watching this. That's bad. That's bad. That's pretty bad. What did that say? What did that say? Hold on. What do I have on there? Okay, not only do I have my work email. Oh, why is that there? Okay. Okay, sorry. Just pretend like you didn't see it. God damn it, there it is again. All right, whatever. We all have our vices. Let's say, I'm just letting y'all read all my shit now. And these two being next to each other is not ideal. I'm gonna do this real quick. Get out of there. Okay. Let me see. This is always something that is miraculous to me about like someone who's streaming is how to like separate. I guess they could maybe just run everything in incognito, but like that would be a pain in the ass if you have to like log into stuff. So it's like, how do they keep that kind of thing from happening? I guess it maybe happens a lot. I don't know. I don't watch streamers that much, so I don't know. So we're going to ask. I totally threw off my train of thought here. What are we doing? We're saying, oh yeah, the string formatting. Good string formatting. Or GD script, I should say. Oh, there it is. Yeah. So wait, why? Oh, huh? Oh, here it is. Star string. Oh, it has to have one of these. Interesting. Okay. All right. Like that. Ooh, not like that. Like that. Is what we gotta do. Interesting. Okay, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. It's just a bit, I'm used to C and C strings and stuff, so we'll run it again, and there we go. Cool. But that's also actually not what we're trying to do, because we're not trying to count what's currently in. That's good to know that we can do that, but we're not actually trying to do that. We're trying to get the global. So interesting. Okay, let me see. Global groups. Let me see what this guy's saying here. The groups. This is scene groups, but okay, yeah, no, that's okay. Oh, it's recommended to use snake case. Okay, that's fine. All my cats are asleep. Okay. We're getting back on track, guys. Had a depressive episode. Sorry, you're watching me eat. No one is watching. I just like doing this because it keeps me motivated. Or like, focused. Like I pretend there's an audience. So that I have to explain what I'm doing. It gets me in the mindset. So, dude, the nasty, nasty sun is shining down on me. There we go, that's better. um, so is there like a global object? Like the same thing as like, what was it, what is global? Global, the capital G. Dot. Yeah. GD script access global group. This guy's doing the same thing, I think. I have like 3 of these open, okay. I guess, yeah, my question is like, how would I access it globally? Or does this not make any sense? Or I'm using maybe one of the wrong things here. Maybe I'm thinking, maybe it's a, I mean, it wouldn't be a nodes and resources. Yeah, these are different. But wait, no. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm using it. I think I'm using the incorrect feature here. We got to look at scenes like this. This is okay. But right, right, okay. Uh, s- okay. Oh, I think I need to make a global class of some kind. Okay, I need to read this real quick. Right. Okay. Okay. Dude, it's so funny. This kind of mathematics, like discrete mathematics, I believe this is, has some of the most intimidating symbols and like iconography or like whatever to do like kind of somewhat of like it's like relatively simple stuff like but it looks like complete chaos, you know. I'd like to learn this syntax sometime. It always looks scary. Subtype requirement, let this function of x be a property provable about objects x of type t. Then this function y should be true for objects y of type s, where s is a subtype of type t. Okay, let's think about this again, or let's try to understand this. Let this function is a part of oh, interesting. That makes sense. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I think. I hope. Interface segregation, dependency inversion. I can't. You aren't gonna need it. This is one of the most powerful concepts in programming. You aren't gonna need it. Don't over-engineer something before you need it. To a certain extent. Okay, we'll follow the basic Godot structure because we're just making a prototype. There's no big pressure here. Let me make this a bit easier to see. I guess this is why I had the inspector over here. We'll do that. We'll put the inspector back down there and all these things back down there because that's okay. We're not going to worry about it too much. And then I'm going to also make this much smaller and zoom in a little. Yeah, there. You know. We'll do that. Okay. Got it. And then do this. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So, what we want to do. Oh, I gotta. In case anybody's. I'll make this bigger. Is actually there's nobody's watching. I think we're gonna not do the group thing, or we're not gonna worry about this on like a scene level because I don't. Let me close out of this stuff. And we're gonna go back to and we'll save this. We'll save it. It's all good, and then we're gonna just close everything and try to. Oh my God, what is all this? Rust function. Oh, I see. It's for a plugin. Yeah, I don't need to know. Okay. I do think Godot should have Vim support built in, but that's okay. That's okay. It doesn't really make much sense anyways. If someone uses Vim, they're using an external editor. Typically, most of the time, I just don't like jumping between things like that. So, So okay, main.gd, okay, is the kind of script of service primary endpoint. It's main node. Okay, so that'll be our scripts. And we'll just in the root folder create main.gd. No template. Inherits from node. Okay. Sorry. Okay. And then class. Whoops. Class name. Main. Main. No. Main. I think. Yeah. Eat more food. World, right? Okay. World GUI. Sorry, real quick. Save. Oh. Huh? Huh? Yeah. Oh, okay, nice. Changed it. Save all with control command. Okay. Maybe I would do like control shift S for example. That's just not gonna happen. Okay. Does it really let me do like? Anyways. Okay, just want to make sure that's the only one doing that. Okay. Sorry, lost my train of thought. Okay. So then you should create an auto load singleton node. For small games, similar to less control would be to have a game singleton next to we call scene tree method to swap out the main scene's content. The structure more or less what keeps the world as the main game node. I see. Would also need to either be a singleton, a transition part of the world, or mainly added as a direct child of the root. Otherwise, GeoNames would also delete themselves during scene transitions. I got you. Okay. We could do that. I don't. We'll see. This makes sense. So like we're fine with doing it this way. I think. So if you have system modifiers, system data, you should define those. Right. Right. Okay. Each subsystem within your game should have its own section within the scene tree. That makes sense. Use parent-child relationships only in cases where nodes are effectively elements of their parents. That makes sense. Does removing the parent reasonably mean that the children should also be removed? Okay, that's a good question. Does removing the parent reasonably mean that the children should also be removed? If not, then it should have its own place in the hierarchy as a sibling. Right. Hmm. Trees are a form of aggregation relationship, not one of composition. Okay. It would help if you explain what that means, but that's okay. So we're going to try to go back in here and kind of apply these systems. So we'll do our main thing here, little main script, and then let's see. Yeah, and then we're gonna do that child relationship with, we'll at least do our GUI. I don't know if we'll do the world thing because I don't know. It's gonna kind of be like a very small thing. So like, we will. Okay, so add child node, and then we're gonna do, GUI, and then we're gonna do world. Yippee! Okay, so we're also going to change these icons because I want to. It helps keep things visually appealing since these are going to be just nodes. Let's pick a fun one here for our main one. There's one that like looks like God or something. That's going to be the like kind of, I don't know what that would look like, but in practice. But we'll see. Brain with the brain one. Oh, that's more like an AI thing. What do you guys think? I love saying you guys when no one is watching. Let's see. This is so silly. Oh, there's a D20 icon. That's kind of cool. I love this little plugin. This is called, for anyone that's curious, @icons, I think. Let's see. Never mind, I'm getting distracted. Yeah, let's see. We gotta, maybe there's like a world thing, but that would be for our world one. Let's see. This is like the big entry point. So we want a is there a door? Now we could do a door like an entry point. Yes, there is. We'll do that. I like that. Okay, so we'll copy this path. I don't think we need an absolute path, and then we can use this awesome little like icon thing, and then just paste in that path. Paste in that path like that. It did not like that. Because it needs quotes. Yippee. Okay, and then if you reload this scene, unsaved. Why? Oh, cause no. Yeah. This isn't. So yeah, if I do that, then we can save the scene. Yippee. Okay. Nope, we put it in the wrong one, sorry. No, hold on. Okay. There we go. Okay, now we're fucking doing it. We're making dreams come true here. And then for the GUI one, we're just going to grab like a little window thing like down here. That's perfect. This helps just visually keep, I just do it because I like it. It helps visually keep things organized as well though, in my opinion. And I think it's a great feature, and you can't really see anything that's doing right now, but you will in a sec. So world is going to be like a globe. I appreciate whoever made this. This is very valuable. All these little icons, I love them. Globe. Where's my globe? Load. Path. So what we're doing is we're making these kind of global singleton classes, which these are. So I feel like it's interesting because it didn't mention. Maybe it is automatically. Yeah, you should create. So next step is consider what gameplay system your project requires. You have a system that tracks all its data internally. Should be globally accessible. Should exist in isolation, which is all these things. Then you do that. So we'll see if that's required, if that's not. I'm not gonna read all this. I should, but I will later, because we gotta actually make something. So we're gonna put that there, and then we're going to go to general. Nope, that's editor settings. Silly. Global auto load. Not these. I don't use that. Okay, there's just something called global. I guess it's it's a variable. Select. Here we go. So scenes. I imagine that we do. Do we load the? I guess we just load the scene. Main is an invalid name. Oh, okay, so it just is automatic. Thank you, Godot, for telling me that. That would have been really confusing if I didn't know that. But then the question is, are these reserved? They're probably not, because, so we'll add those. Scripts. Maybe. We'll do it with hesitation. It didn't mention that, which is like, I should be able to infer it like just by like whatever makes sense. Okay, it says select script / scene, but it's immediately placing me in scenes. Where's scripts? I'm losing my mind. Okay, yeah, here we go. Oh, I guess I should have put all those in singleton. Anyways, we'll do that. We'll do that real quick, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. And we're gonna remove this for now because we don't. Okay. We're not using it. Okay. Oh yeah, and then there's those icons. That's awesome. That looks awesome. Maybe we'll change the main one later, but it doesn't matter. Okay. And then I need to get a thing. Okay, sorry. I got distracted. So yes, we're going to. So I don't think we actually need. Do we need to auto-load that? Because it's already being auto-loaded as a child of main. So yeah, I think it would have mentioned that. So we're not going to touch it right now. And if we run into issues, then we'll fix it. Then we'll whatever. Um. So let's actually look at this real quick. Let's get rid of that. Why is my bookmarks telling me? Hide this. Hide this. Hide this quick. What on earth? There we go. Oh. Well, that's interesting. Okay. Create an auto to load a scene or a script that inherits from node. Auto script, a node will be created and the script will be attached to it. Okay. Okay. Gotcha. Wow, okay. Okay. Hmm. Oh, that's good to know. How do I? We're gonna clip that. It's so funny because I'm just doing these in complete nonsense order. Okay. Or completely unorganized. I just need a quick way to like remember things. Um, okay, I think I know what we're doing here, and our project doesn't need this right now. But okay, so I think I know what we're doing. Let's move on a little bit. So what do we need here? We need to be able to, at the start of the game, well, actually, no, we do need to load a scene, and I guess we can manage that within here. Let me, oops. Uh, yeah, okay. So, oh yeah, we would just make, and then this stuff would, okay, cool. So, I think what it's saying is counts from the end. So this gets the last child node of root. Let's try it. Let's try it. We'll try it in world, I guess, and we'll just say um, var current scene equals null, and in our ready function, where we're gonna just type it for fun. We're gonna do var root equals get tree dot root, and then current scene equals root dot get child -1. Okay, and then we'll go up here, and we're going to go into this one. And, oh, gotta turn the music down here. Or I think what I need to do instead is ah, come on now. Ah. I guess there's no real point in having it on. I like having it on, but let's see. But I can't do it because I don't have my microphone thing. Unless I'm just using my headphone. Like a true streaming guy. We're putting on the cans. Connecting up to our. It is connected, okay, apparently. Indeed. Ah, sounds awful. Okay. Um, Anyways, we're gonna just not even worry about this right now because this is a mess. Okay. That's gonna be that. That's gonna be that. Let me make sure that that's no longer connected. Okay. Okay. Okay, we're gonna keep going then. Turn it way down. And then we're just gonna do that. Okay. So we're getting the current scene. This is gonna be added. Okay, it's all coming together, it's all connecting. Let's look at scenes here, and we're gonna go into this and go like in here. This is our little main scene, and then we're gonna first of all get rid of this because we don't need it. Or what? It doesn't matter. For now, let's see what happens if we run this. And I hit. Okay, this is local. Not seeing our stuff. Interestingly enough, huh. So our goal is to be able to just load this stuff within our. Okay, there's this was saying. Well, actually, we'll test this. We'll say. This is gonna take so much getting used to. Okay, we're gonna say. Oh yeah, because this is the only thing that's right. Well, no, because it should. What does that mean? Okay, I don't care. Let's see here. Get rid of that. We're gonna just print something. Hello, world, because that's the world class. And we're going to no, nothing. Okay. That's okay. So that actually might need to be auto-loaded, but that doesn't make sense. So it's saying like, it's acting like, maybe I'm not supposed to call it this. Maybe it doesn't like me doing that. We're gonna call it, instead of main, we're gonna do our own thing here, and we're gonna call it global. We're gonna call it, I think we're gonna call it global. I think that's what we're gonna do. I don't know. Class, yeah, hides an auto load singleton. I think I know that. I think. And then we're gonna rename these things, and this is gonna get a little complicated, but global. And also, I'm just going to name them. I'm gonna name the files as the thing because I'm not gonna follow those damn things that it wants. No, I will. Okay. Global extend. No. So then we go here and hit that. Get rid of that. Close out. Go in here. Rename that to global. Right? Yes. Right. Bam. Singletons in there. Yes. Lovely. Okay. I guess I don't know if a scene can be a singleton, but we're just gonna roll with it. Then wait, okay, it still is upsetting me. It's still upsetting me. We're gonna close out of that and close out of that, and then we're gonna reload it, and this is still called that. Oh, its type is right. Is he still okay? Good. Okay, you just need to reload things when they break, I guess. So now we can go into here and we could auto load these, but I want to test this in the way of like, if we go into scenes and just auto load the global scene, can't add globals in valid main, not like existing global script class name. Oh, sorry, that makes sense. I guess we'll name it. We'll go back and do this again. Okay, we're learning. That's the point. That's the point. We're learning. So we're learning to be bad at things. Okay. We're naming this main, and again, that should. Well, okay, let me do this. Let me remove this. And we just say extend node. Okay, so it doesn't know what the hell we're doing. It doesn't know what we're calling this. We're just not going to call it anything. And then, because I think what we did wrong, maybe initially, I don't know. I think this automatically gets loaded in. I think. And then we're just gonna keep trying things until it works, and we're not gonna get. Oh, okay, now it works. Interesting. So I guess the we just shouldn't have called it main, maybe, even though it kind of acted like we should. I think this will be simpler, but at the same time. At the same time, does this not collide with the main thing? I don't understand why it doesn't collide now. Are we referencing this like a no? I guess we're referencing the scene. Okay, well then, okay, in that case, okay. So let's look at this. Let's see. In theory, this means that if I do var current, we'll just do this. Or wait, no, we're not going to do this right now. We're going to go back to our this one, and then we're gonna hope that this just loads. Yes. Okay. There it is. There it is. That's what we were trying to do. This is wonderful. This is wonderful. So, if it's hard to follow because I'm an idiot, what we're doing is creating a basically like something that the classes or like the nodes or scenes or whatever they are, the scripts are like the information, the data that loads globally, no matter what scene is active. So in a traditional game, like if this was like a Mario World, Super Mario Brothers 3 kind of game, it would be like the player's overall, or we could say like the I don't know, that's a bad example. Basically, what we're doing is loading something. So like, for example, whatever scene we're in, we can access the pause menu, right? We don't have to duplicate like a pause menu component or object into every scene we go to, because that would be ridiculous. So this allows us to kind of behind the scenes carry this stuff in, and we see our little message here. It happens, and it's from our world, which isn't something that we loaded technically like as a global singleton, but because it's a child of something that we did, now we can do things in it and and have it affect our game world globally. So this is good. So what we want to do is then we want to we want to make sure that we have access to like whatever our current scene is. So we're going to make sure that that's going to be sandbox. So we're going to do our little string formatting thing here where we say current scene dot, oh yeah, it needs to be typed. Yeah, gotta type everything, I think. Can I just say scene tree? Is that what it is? No. Is it a no? I guess, let's see. Get child. Here we go. It's a, what does it return? A node. Okay, it's a node. Node. Beautiful. Okay. And root is also a node. And we're just gonna be verbose about what we're doing here because that's good, I think. Name. Yippee. Okay. What do we think it's gonna be? I think it's gonna be sandbox. I think it's gonna be sandbox. It's sandbox. Beautiful. Beautiful. This is wonderful. This gives us a really good way to access things globally. Duh. So that leads us back to what we were doing before, which is we want to be able to just spawn in a bunch of NPCs like when the game starts. And for the prototype, we're just going to do that as soon as the scene loads. But in the future, like in the final game, we'll obviously do it like, well, as the scene, this process will happen at a different time. But right now we can just do it here. We can define like a function that does it, or we can just kind of track if our stuff. Now the thing is that I need to define real quick where things are gonna kind of be. So our main node, I forget what the official recommendations were saying that this was. This is a normal, okay, so a game should always have an entry point, right? Something you can definitively track where things begin, so you can follow the logic as it continues elsewhere. Okay. It also serves as a bird's eye view of all other data and logic in the program. Right. Okay, so this is our highest level entry point. Wonderful. So for our highest level, and let me close this. For our highest level, we're just gonna say this main.gd main.gd highest level entry point in game. Here we go. We'll say tracks all I mean, this is already kind of without high level data. No, we're not going to be more verbose there. I think that's fine. We'll go to world. So world is going to be more specifically tracks world data. We'll say that's like nodes. NPCs. Yeah, track world data, NPCs, player, stats, etc. You get the picture. And then this is going to be, of course, the various. It's just going to be the GUI. So and we don't have to worry about that right now. So we're going to so we can begin now. And what we're gonna start with is accessing, I guess, the global groups. This is where we're back to kind of being confused a little bit, because I think we just didn't know what we were doing. I think we were using kind of the wrong thing. But then again, if it is a global group, we should be able to access it here. I don't know. What do we think? Let's see if we can do that. So let's make a variable called, we'll make a, why is that doing that? Wow. We'll make a variable called NPCs. Brilliant, I know. And then we're going to, it's going to be an array of, I think that the roots node 3D. We can make that more specific at a different point, but, and then we're gonna say this is equal to, and I guess if it's a I mean, I don't know, it's like, how do you access a global group? It's so confusing to me, honestly. Is it, can I just access it by name? No. So, that's really, that's odd. It's probably clear. It's probably clear and I just don't understand. Because I have, brain damage. And this is something maybe that we don't do out of ready. I gotta look at the notifications thing. But what we're gonna do is look at, is it in here? No, it's in, I'm sorry, it's in, okay, I'm just gonna search it. Groups. Okay, again, we're back here. We've come full circle. You see the new groups appear in the groups. Maybe, oh, wait, hold on. I want to check on something here. This would be interesting. If we, okay, no, because this is still in this, but, right. How do we access the global groups, though, is the question. Can anyone answer this for me? Groups, NPC, okay, right. So any name dot, maybe I'm thinking of this in the wrong way, but it's like if we're defining a bunch of nodes, all I want to do, I guess it doesn't matter if they're not in the scene tree, they're not in the scene tree. Right? But, so we can't just get everything that's marked with some tag from, like from our resources, because it doesn't really know anything about that, right? If it's not in the scene tree. So, in that way, we got to know how we can load in our NPCs Or like if we had a big old group of NPCs so that we could like grab them. Loading scene. Preload. It's not really a these are yeah, these are whoa. Add effects using hand gestures? No thank you, but that's cool. Maybe we do make it as a resource, but that doesn't... No, yeah, that could be... No, because we can't extend... I don't think we can extend a node by the type of a resource. It just has to be something that's like a variable type, right? Maybe. Because like character body 3D, that's not a resource, I don't think. That's like extended from a node 3D. But yeah, which is an object, which I think is different than a resource. Yeah, that's like the top level thing. That's like our top level guy. That's the big cheese in all this, in this whole operation. Actually, it's more like the little placenta, or like the nucleus of everything. I just wanted to say placenta. There's a... So we know this, okay. So what I don't want to do, which I understand that maybe you could do, is like grab everything within like a folder, because that seems kind of silly. I wish that there was like a way to kind of track nodes by a specific type, but then they would, I guess, have to be, I guess they do have to be preloaded at some point. Right? Because okay, I see. Oh, well, maybe, hold on, chat. Focus on node class, code behavior features, there's another data type. Nodes give you functionality, they draw sprites, 3D models, simulate physics, arrange user interface, etc. Resources are data containers. They don't do anything on their own. Instead, nodes use the data contained in resources. Okay, I don't think that... Be a scene, an image, a script, okay. I guess we can't actually access these things any other way, now that I think about it, because we would have to access them from our thing right here, which is okay. We'll delete this because I want to and organize a little better. So what is this? Is this a scene? Am I silly? Is this a scene? I think it is. Yeah, okay, it is. So I think that actually we're going about this the wrong way. I just don't understand what this is for. I think my brain just doesn't, my brain hasn't developed fully, and my frontal lobe is not so good. It's not in a good place right now. So I think that's why we have the issue, we're running into the issues that we are. Because there could be, if anyone was like watching this, like that has the background in this, I could see somebody like grabbing their monitor and shaking it and screaming because it seems like a very simple thing. But yeah, okay, so but I really doubt that we can just like at random grab something from a folder. Like, so I'm just like, if we're trying to get a scene and pluck one out, like a couple randomly that out of a group, because a scene group would be like inherently local to the scene. Right, guys. Right, I don't know. We're gonna go like that, and I love doing. We're gonna go like this. We're gonna go like that. So I guess, okay. Let me think about this in a more simple way. What if? No. See, this guy can't. He just can't. He can't like start in here because it has to come in. Wait. Yeah. Okay. So we gotta get rid of him. He's gotta go, and we gotta. Can we get every node of a certain type and then just make it an overarching NPC script? Do we do inheritance with this? I guess maybe, where we just extend them all. But like, what if you just wanted to group stuff? That's kind of all right, guys. I hate to say it. We're asking AI. This is because I can't, and I don't want to do this. Sickens me to do this, but we're gonna do this real quick, and we're gonna go with the max one because who gives a shit. And then close this sidebar so I can pretend I don't actually use this ever. And then we're gonna say how to access members of a global group via GD script in Godot 4.7. Bam. And while a small town in the Midwest gets drained of its water supply, oh, I'm gonna go. We wait until it finishes. Hello, kitties. Hello. Still thinking, guys. It's a difficult question. Very difficult. But what I love about actually using these like online things here, like online LLM things, is that if you don't pay for it, you're doing it at a loss for these people. You're using their energy and stuff at an economic loss to them, and they're hoping that it'll be so good and you'll be so blown away by it that you'll pay for it. But if you use it infrequently, you can just take money from them. It's pretty great. I mean, granted, they're probably taking data from you, but like, yeah. Okay. Retrieve a list of nodes. Get tree. To access the members nodes of a global group, scene trees built-in group methods. But okay, you understand though that the whole get tree thing is local to, we're back at the same issue. Nodes are only added to groups and returned by get nodes and groups if they are currently inside the scene tree. Understood. A node in scene tree but not yet added as a child to the tree will not appear. Okay. The distinction between global and scene groups is primarily an organizational feature for the editor, allowing you to define groups before adding nodes to a scene. Oh. Okay, so this isn't what we want to use. Okay, well that's confusing. Thank you, AI, goodbye. That's confusing. All right, so then how do we do it? How would we accomplish this then? I don't know. We are going to do it the way that seems wrong, but it'll be fine. We're gonna say we're gonna first just do like that, just to get that to do that, and then when we we're gonna track, so this will just track right. This will just track the NPCs that we're rocking with in the current scene. So we'll call them scene NPCs or something, or like just current NPCs. So that'll just be the list of the NPCs that are currently and it'll start as like empty, obviously. So what we'll do is what we could do is like, I guess, yeah, okay. What we'll do is look at good God, okay, let's see. We could make this like an exported variable and then we just add, but like, I guess so we could do this like preloading thing to add all of these little guys in here. And that seems like a good idea. Sorry, I have to throw pills in my mouth. Let's just look it up. Best practice for loading scenes of a particular group in Godot. See, now if you use the term group, I feel like Okay. Uh, I need to finish this food. Okay. No, this isn't what we're doing. Excuse me. Scripts can be registered as a new type within the editor itself. This displays it as a new type in the node of resource creation dialog with an optional icon. Right. Okay. Okay. I think we need to do this. Here's aware of inherent relationships between scripts. Yeah, engine developers. Okay. Oh, wait. Editor scans project folders and resume exposed names for all scripting. Okay, no, not that. Hmm. Okay, I'm overthinking this, but let me just think. Let me think. Here we go. Managing shift functionality data. Right. So I guess what we have to do is to define what an NPC does. Right? So we have to define the basic functionality of an NPC, and then I guess just spawn an NPC, and then that NPC will maybe like instead like it'll I guess the thing is are we going to define our NPCs? Okay, what would the data-oriented design be here? It would be making the individual NPCs as resources, right? Right, I think. I believe that's what a scene is anyways. So let me make sure. Oh wow. Holy fuck. Oh. Ah. What did I open up? I thought that was this. Was it, did I do this? Yes, I did. Okay. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Okay. I've just been doing that. But that makes sense. So I guess I shouldn't be doing that. Okay. Okay. But this seems maybe to be kind of our answer. Let's see. Okay. All right. Yeah. This is kind of what I want to avoid, though. This seems like it would just like paint me into a corner. Feel me? Oh, you're eating. Let me give you some. Okay. So. Okay. Interesting. Hmm. Okay. try this. We're gonna go to scene and we're gonna just make NPC once again. And it's gonna be a 3D scene. The root name is gonna be NPC. And we're gonna, I don't know what the difference between these are, but that's okay. I guess we could make a common NPC class, but we don't really need to do that right now. Okay. And then this will have the nodes that we need in it. And all that will change will be like the okay, hold on. Okay, we're gonna try. Okay, we're gonna get rid of this. Get rid of that. And we'll eventually get rid of. Whoops. Okay. We're gonna close out of that. Okay. So let's do this where we're gonna say entity NPC, and then we're gonna do script. NPC data. This is going to not extend node. This is going to be as name. Data extends resource. Oops, resource, sorry. And then let's see, NPC name, string. I still forget what string name is versus just string. Oh. Yeah, I guess they all will be different, so yeah, we can do that. And then we'll do something like PC scene, and that's a fact scene. Okay. And I let's see, I'm trying to think, because we're trying to decouple like the actual like data from what we're doing here, from the visuals, because that's really the main thing that's going to be different. So, about each thing is that they're all going to kind of function the same, but like things like dialogue, things like the sprite, things like maybe sounds or like whatever are going to be different, but you know the way it moves and the way that it or navigates or stuff like that will be the same pretty much. And I think that the way that I had it before, I was thinking that like the scene, like making, like it's like I could make, yeah. Let's just keep moving. Okay, so so we can kind of just, okay, I think I know what we're doing here. Okay. We're gonna hit it like this, where we we're not gonna make it we're gonna go in here and in here and in here, and we'll go in here, and we need to actually change this to be like a base class that it inherits from, and we were going to try to avoid inheritance here, but in this instance we're just gonna do that because I don't think there's another way. So we'll create a script called NPC base and that's gonna, what is that gonna extend from? I guess it would extend from a character body, because it is a character body. So we'll look at this here and say character body 3D inherits. I think that's what that means. Yes. And then we'll do that. Create. Yes. And then we'll say class name NPC. Yes. Okay. Yeah. We'll do that. And then we'll do then we'll use that data. So we'll say NPC data is of type NPC data. And yes, right? And then we're going to, in our another setup function, in like our initialization, I think, function. I think we can override this like we would in other like object-oriented languages. Oh wait. Yeah, I think. Let's see. I think it's in here somewhere. Let's check it out. Init. Sorry, underscore init. Christ almighty. Init. Yeah, here we go. Let's see. Init triggers before enter tree or ready. Oh, okay. But after a script creates and initializes its properties. That might be a little early, actually. Yeah, no, that's too early. We'll do it on ready, I guess, or like enter tree, maybe. Let's see. Connects the first execute scene. Godot will instantiate nodes down the tree, making a init calls, and build the tree going downwards from the root. This causes enter tree calls to cascade down the tree. Once the tree is complete, then you'll call ready. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I think we can do that later. I don't think we would need it. I don't know why we would need to do it before. So let's kind of just like assign our data by how would we do that? Let me think. Right. Okay. So if we were gonna initiate them like with a script, then we would actually just want to kind of create like a custom thing. And I think this makes sense because we want to wait for the parent node or manager, like whatever, to do something rather than, yeah, okay. So what we'll do is we'll set up, and then we'll say, we will say that we will say that let's say data is of type NPC data, and that's the what we initialize with, and then that's of type. Oh yeah, sorry, I did that wrong. It's function setup, and that's of type void. And then we will say data, or sorry, NPC data equals data. And I guess I know that's, I don't think that's really good to do here, or that's not standard, but we could do it that way. Actually, we won't. We'll say, we'll just do it. Okay, so then we can use that data like so. Okay, that's what I guess that's what that looks like. Okay, so now we're gonna I'm gonna close this. We're going to actually no, that's what I was supposed to use, but I need to change the way that this is. I need to change the file name at least. So wait, right, because we're not, yeah, I'm gonna delete this because we're not, yeah, we're not doing that. So we're gonna do that, and then that's all good, and then I'm gonna move this. Can I move these? Yeah, cool. I'm gonna move that up there, and then that there, and that there. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so then when this thing is actually going to instead inherit from NPC, which is right there. Beautiful. Okay, that makes sense to me. Why is it saying this? It has no shape. Okay, that's fine. Great. Right? Because it's gonna move. I guess we're gonna remove this then, which that's not even a thing. I don't think I implemented that. But wait, if we're doing pathfinding and stuff, do we do that with like a character body? I would think so. Yeah, I'll have to look at that. We don't really need to worry about that right now. Why did my music turn off? Why'd it go away? There we go. Yeah, so what we're gonna do is like we're going to create our, okay, yeah, we're gonna use our world thing, and we could we're just gonna do it in here for now. We could do like an actual like NPC manager class, but for simplicity's sake, we're just going to manage them in this like in this world class. So, and well, okay, yes, right. Okay, so then we're going to have yes, right. Sorry. Okay, so we're gonna instead, I guess yeah, we'll keep that name. No. Yes. It doesn't matter. Good lord. We're gonna say NPC data because we're gonna create like a list, or and we're gonna say instead we're gonna say NPC pool actually, because that'll make it sound fancier. And it's gonna be a nice thing, and then we can initialize it to be empty, and but we're actually gonna put it above this because this is more like a current thing. The only issue is, I guess that means we would define it in Godot. Oh, this is, yeah, sorry, this is, I'm looking at like a forum post as well. This is, not the ones that we actually picked. This is the pool in which we can pick from. Let me define that. So the pool of NPCs redefine NPCs to pick from. Okay. So these are the ones that we're gonna pick to be in our game world for a given run, right? Yes. And then I think that we can use like Godot's built-in array functions to pick randomly. So we can make a okay. Oops, what was that thing? Well, I don't really. Okay, it doesn't matter. We'll just couple that together and ignore it for now. What we want to do is say like function. We're gonna say spawn NPCs. We'll keep it simple. We'll try to at least. And then we'll take we'll do spawn NPCs, and then they'll be at a position. So and that's vector 3. Okay, hold on. That's a type of that's right, sorry. Vector 3. It's just called vector 3. Nope, sorry, it doesn't return void, it returns the actual NPC. And we're just spawning one. So we'd call this multiple times. And granted, the position's going to be consistent, but we'll just keep it like this for now. So we're also going to want to, so we're going to want to say, if SQL dot is empty, is empty, and return null. Right. Okay. And then simple enough. Okay. And then we're going to say banana equals we'll say npc pool dot pick random. Beautiful. Okay, and then we're gonna say we're gonna do the same check on there if it's equal to null or it's seen as null. Okay, hold on a second.